Cops are currently out looking for me. One of my viewers must have tipped them off. Some on the run. I'm legally insane, and I'm currently on the run from the cops. Because somebody reported me to the FBI. They reported my location. There's a manhunt outside right now. Citywide manhunt looking for me.
FBI, open up!
And I ain't going back to prison. I already been there, buddy. 6 years. You think I'm going back? They got facial recognition helicopters doing scans right now.
Huh?
With a on-foot patrol manhunt going on. Citywide. Well, if they think that they can find me, have an AI computer facial recognition recognize this, buddy. I'm the master of disguise. How do you think I evaded the FBI for as long as I have? I got a couple of steal of a deals. A couple of my recent videos. I think somebody must have reported me. So today I'm going to give you tips on what games to bring with you when you're running from the cops. Because I'm bringing my Nintendo Switch with me. And I'm going to get a lot of gaming done because I'm going to be laying low for a couple of weeks. And I might even go visit some people that I know, different hideouts that I have, various hideouts. And I'm going to bring some games to play with them as well. Some really fun party games, that type of thing. So let's just fly through these because I really don't have much time. As you can see, there's a citywide manhunt going on. But the first up, I got Record of Lodoss War. I'm over halfway through this game. I'm really enjoying this game, by the way. I'm really, really enjoying it. This is a Castlevania Symphony of the Night clone, to be specific. Symphony of the Night, very specifically. You will see that right away. Everything from the graphical style to the moveset. They quite literally copied Symphony of the Night, but they added their own flavor to it, their own unique originality with these different spirits that you can control, the different spells that you have. They're different than Castlevania, but also there is a spirit system where you're switching between your blue spirit and your fire spirit. So your element, between the two elements. So for example, if I'm currently on my fire element, I can absorb fire attacks. So you'll be constantly, that's a huge mechanic of the game, constantly switching between the two elements for both offense and defense, because some enemies might be immune to fire, so you can't be using your fire element, you gotta switch. So this game's really fun. I'm going to finally beat this game. We'll finally get some time to lay low, hide out, and relax. But also, I'm going to be finally completing Faith, the Unholy Trinity, which is a trilogy. I always get that confused. I always try to call this Faith, the Unholy Trilogy. But it's the Unholy Trinity, and it is a trilogy of 3 games on one cart. Because all 3 games were released separately, many years apart from the very first one. And this one here, I've talked about this before in one of my recent videos. It's an Atari-style game, horror game. Survival horror, you might want to call it, but it's a horror game. I don't know if it's a survival horror, but it's Atari graphics with modern game design. And it is shockingly good and shockingly scary. This is a legitimate horror game. Right up there with the best of the best, buddy. Do not underestimate the horror of this game, and do not underestimate the jump scares. Yeah, there's jump scares in it. How else are they going to scare you? But other than the jump scares, they focus on the eeriness of the game. They focus on the story. And it's told just like an Atari game. This is a throwback to the 80s. Early 80s. Late 70s, in fact. right? Like this could have hypothetically been on an Atari console. They just didn't have good enough, probably memory capabilities for starters. But secondly, the game developers, there's no way they could have come up with something like this back then. Primitive game development. But yeah, great story. I'm gonna be doing a full review on this video, and I might even do a couple of live streams while I'm hiding out, because I'm gonna beat that whole game. I beat the first chapter. I'm on the second chapter now, and the first chapter is nothing more than just a taste. I think the first chapter came out as a free game on PC, if I'm not mistaken, and so all it was an advertisement of, is there a market for this? And there clearly was. So then they made a part 2 and then a part 3. And perhaps one day we'll get a part 4, 5, 6. I mean, why not? Why not keep it going?
September 21st, 1987. My nightmares are getting worse. I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican. Don't be afraid, kid.
So party game wise, I'm bringing the best party game of all time, one of my personal favorites, Ultimate Chicken Horse, Anniversary Edition. And this is very hard to describe, but basically it's a race to get from the start point to the finish line every round. And it'll keep going until somebody finally gets enough points to win the whole game. So in every round, everyone is building pieces to the level to get everyone to the other side. It's one screen. But they're also placing traps to kill all the other players. So you want to make it difficult, because if everyone makes it across, nobody gets points. So you want people to, the platforming has to be difficult, but it can't be too difficult, because then you won't be able to make it across. And you want to place traps in little strategic areas, and hopefully nobody sees you place it. So every round, you get a new piece that you can place on the map. Super fun, highly recommend it. I'm also bringing the Sega Genesis Classics collection, Sega Genesis Classics. And I like to bring this because you can never go wrong with over 50 Genesis games. But in particular, Gain Ground is my personal all-time favorite 2-player co-op game. And I'm going to bring it just to play this with a friend of mine. Now, he doesn't know that the cops have me on the America's Most Wanted list. He doesn't know that. And he never will, because I won't let him find out about that. Because then we would have a problem, right? And you know what happens when we have a problem? It means we need to solve the problem. And solving the problem may or may not involve an old school prison talk. It's going to involve a lot of lube. And I don't want it to have to come to that. Okay? I haven't had to do that since I was in prison. But that's just the way it is in prison. That's how you solve your disputes. So definitely bringing Sega Genesis Classics collection. I might even start diving into which Phantasy Star is on here. They got Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. They took 3 off. I could have sworn they used to have 3, like way back on the 360. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. I might be interested in playing that. Sword of Vermilion, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. Toe Jam and Earl, maybe. But I'm looking for like an RPG. Okay, so they got Phantasy Star 3. Oh, they have 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's what I was hoping that they had. Crackdown, that's a fun 2-player game. I mean, oh, Alien Storm. I mean, there's other good options, but Gain Ground is definitely the best. I mean, Shinobi, maybe. Do I want to beat Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master? We'll give a couple of these a go. There's a couple of good 2-player ones on there. You don't have to just stick with Gain Ground. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I still have not beaten World End Syndrome. It's a long game, buddy. And I don't have unlimited free time. But I know I want to beat it. The story is really good, but you have to understand you got to go through so much of a grind, for lack of better wording, because I'm not too into the dating simulator aspect of this, but you got to go through that aspect multiple times with multiple girls in order to unlock that hidden story. So I have a suspicion. I know what the ending is. I know that there's a huge world famous plot twist at the end. And I'm worried that I figured it out. In fact, I'm quite confident that I did figure it out. And I think I was able to figure it out, if I'm right, because everyone was saying it's this world famous plot twist. So then the gears start grinding, and I start thinking, well, it's like, what could it be? Because now you're thinking outside the box. You're thinking beyond just a normal ending. You're thinking something that no average man would ever think of. And so I think I figured it out. I'm a little bit worried about that because I'll be heavily disappointed if I did.
え、なんであなたがいるの？いいから中を見て。始まったのね。
And lastly, I'm bringing the Ultra Mega Extra Party Challenge 100 games to troll your friends. I heard good things about it. I haven't even opened it yet. I got it on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I don't remember what I paid. I think I've seen it on sale though. Maybe $34.99 Canadian on sale. $44.99 brand new retail price, assuming that Amazon even still has it. But I heard that this is a legitimately good party game and a hidden gem on top of that, mind you. And I'm going to be talking about this in a future pickup video. I'll wait until I give it a go first, because I actually need 4 friends to play this with before I can actually give it a proper verdict, because you can't play a party game on single player. And I've seen people try to do that. It drives me nuts. Like, you can't play Mario Party on single player. Why would you do that? And I've seen a guy do that. And he was having the time of his life, I'll admit it. I don't know why, but I swear he was. It was at the library, actually. I think he was a little bit retarded. And I'm not even making that up. Like, I legitimately think that he was.
Never go full retard.
Because for starters, he was playing Mario Party on single player. And secondly, he was having the time of his life while he was doing it. So, he's obviously not exactly right. Oh, sorry, number 3, he was at the library playing Mario Party. He was just on his PC. It was like single player sitting at a table. I was there at the time because I had just moved and I didn't have internet, so I had to go to the library. And I was watching him play. I was rather intrigued and also heavily disappointed and disgusted that somebody was doing that. So these are all the games that I'm bringing on the run with me from the Caps. I'm going to be laying low for a couple of weeks. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers. And shout out to all my Patreon supporters. It does mean a lot. Thank you so much for the support. The support keeps the channel going. If you'd like to support the channel, consider joining the Patreon. I do have exclusive content. I got more content coming. I'm relatively new to the content, but more importantly, you can actually support the channel just by smashing the like button and leaving a comment below. And let me know what games you would bring with you if you had to run from the cops for a couple of weeks.